everyone. Welcome to Mrs. Sun's math class. So today we will teach year 10 pre-method on topic 1, linear equation and inequalities. And today we will study lesson 1c, linear inequalities. So first, still I request the same thing. You have your A4 size math notebook. So draw the top row and draw this two margin here. Write down your title 1C in the title here and also with the date. So now we'll just double check what's the learning intention for today. Learning intention is first, you have to get the clear idea. What is the meaning of inequality? And second, you have to get the clear idea of all these symbols. So we will introduce that immediately, huh? And also you have to consider how you can interpret and present an inequality on number line. And also we can solve a linear inequality and reverse the direction in inequality. Okay, now we will start. So that is the keynotes from Cambridge. So I think it's covered most of the things. But before that, I want to introduce some more details. So now let us jump to Hayes textbook. So before that, first, we have to get a clear idea what is inequality means. So we just highlight this sentence. So inequalities is a mathematical sentence. So it's compare the value of two expressions and will always contain these symbols here. And that symbol, we call them greater than. And the example is like 5 greater than 3, 8 greater than 7. And next one is less than. So examples also behind that. And greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So you can have a look at the examples here and then have some more idea. So now when we have the example 11 and we will say, so this one is 8 less than, 8 is less than x. Okay, and then 1.5 is greater than or equal to y. So guys, you have to pay attention here. That is all. It's not and. Okay. So all here means you only have one option. So this value 8 is less than x. That is always less than. But 1.5 is greater than or equal to y. So it will be two situations. First is 1.5 greater than y. Second is all 1.5 is equal to y. So you have to pay attention. So that is two different situations. And also, so a is less than x. And we can also change to another one with greater than. So if I rewrite here less than, and I just write down greater than instead. So what we should put in the front and what we should put after then. So if we think about this, we should say x greater than 8 and 8 is less than x. So if we use a symbol, will be x greater than 8. So now you have to pay attention. They are the same meaning, huh? 8 less than x and x is greater than 8. So this one I want to highlight. So if we interchange the left hand side and right hand side, then the inequality sign needs to be reversed. So that means you have less than will change to greater than. And if you have greater than or equal to, and if you rewrite y is the first expression, so y will be less than or equal to 1.5. So please pay attention about this. And now we have a look at another question, another keynotes here. So you have to get a clear idea how we can present inequality on number line. Okay. So here they show us an example. So this is a number line. And this number line, definitely you have to make sure you have the number 0 to direction and the unit like 1, 2, 3 or -1, and all these units have the same distance, okay, between them. And after you draw this number line, then you can start to present the inequality. So we have a look at the keynotes below. If the value of the variables may be identified large, we'll use the ray or so it goes to right direction or go to left direction to write about the number line. If the sign is greater than or less than, and the ray will have an open circle, so like this. And that is indicates the value at this circle above this hollow is not included in the solution. And if the symbol is greater than equal to or less than or equal to, so the ray has a closed circle, so hollow, so solid. So that indicates that the value at the solid is included in the solution. So now we probably have a look some examples to give us more clear idea. So we have a look the questions here from our textbook. I just double check. So here, yeah. So here you can see here, this one that is a hollow. That means above 2 there is a hollow. So all this value is not include 2. So and also the variable unknown we present as x. So I will write down x value and they have a range, okay, on this number line. So you see x can be equal to 3 because 3 is included in this right color arrow line array. So now this one I can write that x can equal to 4. And can x equal to 2? No, okay. So that means x can be the number greater than 2. So I will write down x greater than 2. So that is this graph show me. Another one we can have a look. So from here, can x be equal to 0? No. Can x equal to be 1? Yes. So that means a -1? Yes. So that means x will be less than 0. And now we keep on check. Can x be -2? Yes. -3? Yes. But any number lower than -3, like -4? No. So x will be greater than or equal to -3. So now if I combine these two together, I can write down as a combination of this inequality. So this way is read x is greater than or equal to -3 and less than 0. Because remember the highlights we highlight is, so when you have left hand side and right hand side, if they interchange, okay, or they swap, then you have this symbol will be reversed. So if I have -3 on the left hand side instead, x go to right hand side instead, and this symbol have to be reversed. So we'll change to less than or equal to, so exactly like this side. So now I can rewrite the whole, yeah, these two inequality. So in one sentence, present this. Okay. So now we have a look at another thing. And that is exercise. If you're interested, you can have a look. And also that is the homework I gave my students. If you can buy the PDF, you can download the PDF textbook, or you want to buy the physical textbook, then you can check this question number and to complete as your homework. And now we have a look at another thing. So another thing is we have to solve this kind of inequalities, inequalities, okay? Uh, So now we have a look. So inequalities and inequations. So here, I think will be very important word you need highlight. So we just highlight this one. They have the inequality sign, less than, greater or equal to. So less than or equal to. And also we have this kind of question and to solve what's the x value will be. And also I want to highlight this one. So when you multiply or divide in an equation by a negative number, and then inequality sign needs to be reversed. So now we have a look at the first question. X plus 4 greater than 7. So what we will going to do will be very similar like us to explain or solving the equation. That means I want to isolate unknown one side, the number go to the other side. So in this situation, we want to take 4 on both sides. So take 4, use inverse operation that only have 1x on the left hand side. And 7 take 4 will be equal to 3. And then this symbol will keep that same. So x is greater than 3. X greater than 3. And now we can have a look x greater than 3, how we can draw on a number line. So first draw the number line and with 0 and 1, 2, 3, -1. X greater than 3. So that means it have to be hollow about 3 and greater than. Greater than, so means all the number should be greater than 3 will be on the right hand side of the 3. So we have to draw this ray and go through right hand side. So then label your x here. So that is your x greater than 3. And now we can have a look another question. So this question they have negative. So if they have negative, they have to reverse the symbol. And I probably use one question from Cambridge and we can have a look. So this one, 4x and 4x and 7x. So I will isolate my x on one side. So both sides I want to take 7x. So then I have 7x take 7x will be 0. So that is greater than this side -2. And that side 4x take 7x will be -3x. Then plus 1. Now because I want to isolate my unknown value on one side, so I don't need numbers. So I just remove all the numbers to the other side, use inverse operation again. So -3x greater than -3. And now, because we want to isolate 1x, that means I don't need coefficient -3. So I have to divide by -3 on both sides. And remember they said, if you divide by a negative number, and your symbol will be reversed. So that's the one we just highlight here, okay? By a negative number, divide or multiply and will be reversed. So now we see we have to divide by a -3, -3. So that means -3 divided by -3, that's only 1x. -3 divided by -3, that is 1. But then this symbol have to reverse, will be negative than 1. So will be less than 1. So x is less than 1. So some of my students will say, Miss, do you think you got that answer correct? Okay. So if you're not sure, check. So check a number in this range or domain. So and then substitute back. So now I just pick a number less than 1 and easy for us to do the calculation. I probably pick -1, okay? And now -1. -1 on left hand side will be -4, -1 times 1, that negative 1, 4 times negative 1, so negative 4 plus 1, so that is negative 3. And right hand side is 7x, so 7 times negative 1, take 2. And then that's a negative 7, take 2, negative 9. So we see is negative 3 greater than negative 9? Yes, it's right. Okay, so guys, you can use this way, check the solution. So are you on the right track or not? Okay, so now we go back to the learning intention and we just have a look. So do you have an idea what's the meaning of inequality algebra equations means? And also, do you have the idea about all these symbols? And then can you present them on number line? And can you reverse the direction? And can you solve a linear inequality? Okay, so welcome. Thank you to watch my video and good luck for your math study.